And we are live.
Hey,
My name is Mr. 2020,
I'm Victoria.
otherwise known as Agent 99.
And you're Maxwell Smart.
That's right. Actually, it's episode 99 today.
Oh, that's why you said it.
That's right. We've got a very special one coming up tomorrow.
Very special.
And Facebook
Triple
is building
numbers.
an audience for us. Triple
Yeah.
numbers. It's the numbers, people.
Yep.
So 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42.
Lost.
That's right. Follow the numbers, that is what happens. So we're still waiting for the live viewer. We've got two live viewers. They
Yasmin's
are both
there.
Yasmin Maxwell. How does
Yeah.
that happen that we have two that are one person?
Well, Edward just said something.
Yeah, maybe
Slow.
Yasmin's a Gemini.
I think she is. Or maybe she's not.
I don't know. Anyway,
I don't remember.
Like it matters. So
Change the core, please.
that's right. Today we're going to change the core. So you struggle and suffer no more. It doesn't mean you won't stub your finger once in a while and go fudge.
Yeah,
Right?
like I was like yesterday.
I did good, Hamish. I did good. I said fudge.
Yep.
Fudge is good.
The Maxwell House is
The
watching.
Maxwell House.
Okay. Oscar, Angus, Hamish, block your ears.
Wow, this is going to be good, guys. Hello, Tina. How are you?
And
Oh,
Gail,
right.
Laurel. Cool.
We've
I don't know
got-
if we missed some before that.
Yes, they're coming, though. So let's do our housekeeping first, because that's what we do. By the way, why do we do that? Because some people say, why don't you get right to the point? Well, we don't get to the point because people are joining the show.
Yeah, we
right?
don't want them to miss
So-
the essence of the beginning.
Right, so we do the
Yeah.
housekeeping. Visit us at freeneville.com. Join us in Manifesting Mastery. It's the price of a cup of coffee today. Every day for 90 days. That's it, right? By the way, Ivan joined up. Okay, I can't say much about Ivan, but isn't that...
Ivan joined. I thought
yeah.
you said I've even joined up.
Ivan joined up, which really makes my day. So if you're watching the show, Ivan, way freaking cool, dude.
Oh, cool.
So,
Okay.
that's it.
Julie says chocolate. Yasmin said she was a Taurus, like you.
I was born in Aries. I was born
Oh,
in the budding
Aries.
trees moon.
That's
I am a
right.
great beginner, but not a
Sorry.
good finisher.
Okay, Lee's here, Amanda's here.
By the way, do you get that I'm a good finisher? Because I haven't bought into the I'm just a good starter, but not a good finisher. Am I a good finisher? I finish heaps of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Right?
Yeah.
A lot of people admire me because I get so many things done.
Yeah.
Right? But if I bought into,
I'm the
an
opposite.
Aries, I'm a budding trees moon.
Well, I don't know if I'm the opposite. Am I a good finisher?
You are what you are. I'm not going to judge you.
Well, you just asked me if you were, and I said, yeah.
Yes.
You finish things. Do I finish things?
Some
Or
things.
do I only start? Yeah, all right. Okay, got it. That's why he was evading it. Okay, someone from Morocco
I was
joined.
not finishing it.
Shoaib. I don't know how to say your name, but hiya.
Oh, cool. From Morocco, Shoab. Yeah, by the way, I can mispronounce all sorts of things. So,
Yeah.
sorry and yay. John
Yep.
Blair is here. Cindy
Cindy's
is here.
here.
Hey, Cindy,
Cool.
it's late where you are, early where we are. So,
Now we'll start.
let's dive in with this massive Neville Goddard quote.
Yeah, it's a biggie.
Okay, do you want to do the first or the
I'll do
second?
the first and
All
you
right.
do this. Okay, will you accept the fact that your own wonderful human imagination is he whom the world calls God?
You better.
Will you accept this idea and allow it to ferment? Acknowledge your true self and live in that belief? Or will you say, oh, it's easier to live with my wife or husband if I don't confess it? I tried, but it upsets the household, so we continue to go to the same church and do the same things we've always done in the outer world.
You ever do that? Been there, right? You go to the church or the family thing, and they all say stuff like, "Well, God willing, and if the right guy gets in the White House or the Parliament or wherever, right? God willing, and something else." And well, some people are just lucky, not
Yeah.
us,
Yeah.
or at least not all of us, right?
Yeah.
You get it? So feel free to accept the fact that your own wonderful imagination is what the world calls God. Okay? Why not? By the way, next bit. You must be willing to acknowledge me, your own wonderful human imagination, before men. For if you are ashamed of me, the Father who sees only the heart will deny you. By the way, this is not about an external God denying you. This is about you going, yeah, you know what? I believe in this stuff, except for what
Yes.
people think.
Yeah.
Okay, you get it? The trap's right at the beginning here. I'm not going to confess that I get that I create my circumstance. I'm the only thing that creates my circumstance. Okay?
Yeah.
But if I don't confess that, well, it's because of genetics or epigenetics, or what is causing the epigenetic thing to happen, right?
Yep.
Thoughts or sugar, right?
Yeah.
You get it? It becomes a never-ending leak. So
when he says, for the Father who sees only the heart will deny you, is
Yes.
the Father the outside world?
no.
No.
What? So the Father be you, the wonderful human imagination, the bigger part of you, which
Yes.
you really are.
Yes.
By the way, the only place you can create or judge is where? Where does all creation and all judgment happen?
So in your imagination.
Yes.
So that's what gets denied.
Yes.
If you don't, got
So
you.
as soon as you go, it's out there someplace. It's not that you put the power out there, okay? It's that you don't turn the light switch on. Okay? Here's the thing, you can't put the power out there. Okay? You can deny the power is what you're one with, what you are. Get it? So let's dive into that third paragraph. Sevi?
But when you make any modification in your basic belief, it will take precedence over your beliefs of the past. If you say, I'm rich, and your concept of God remains as before,
Okay.
so even though you're saying it,
I am rich,
you're not
God willing.
feeling it,
Yeah. If the right guy gets in.
you are speaking from the surface of your being. So just, yeah. But when you change the core and speak from your new concept of God, your world changes.
You get that why we don't share posts on why it's Monsanto's fault or Obama's fault or Bush's fault or anybody, right?
Yeah. Or why we don't write down our affirmations or say our affirmations, because it's all surface stuff. It's not taking it into the core.
By the way, surface stuff, okay? So when you get that your own wonderful imagination is the cause, right? It's what gives life to everything. You are what gives life to everything. When you get that, you get how ridiculous it is to, we can put a reference to this up later on for you, Gail. When you get how cool this is, right, if something really wonderful happens. You get writing it out in positive terms only and sticking it on a refrigerator where you will see it every day and you read it out loud for 15 minutes 3 times a day.
Yeah.
Or this whole 17 seconds times 4 bullshit.
Yeah.
Is that. Because that makes the piece of paper God. Okay?
Yeah.
Right, reading it because words have power. Get it? It's not really creating false gods, but it's putting false gods before me. In other words, what's the cause? Imagination. What are you putting before imagination? I got to make the list.
Yep.
Okay, got to say it
Yeah.
for 68 seconds, 17 times.
Yeah, got
17
you.
seconds, 4 times. You get how confusing that is?
Yeah.
The last bit. If you believe what I have confessed openly to you, do not be ashamed in the... let me try again. If you believe what I have confessed openly to you, do not be ashamed to acknowledge it openly before men. Although you may not at the present time have the experiences to support your claim, do not be ashamed of the good news that you have heard from me. Okay, you get it? If I would blame anything on my success or failure, okay, I should. You get it?
Yeah.
Game over. War begins. If you feel you're at war, okay, you are, pretending that what you are is small and separate, and what you are is what gives life. So there's the
Very
biggie.
cool.
Cool. We'll post up. I'll post up right after the show where this is from, because we're going to be posting this in a couple places. Mm-hmm. So, get how cool this is? You can't be a victim. And the whole, and what you get to do is to confess this. How do you confess it? You don't have to walk around saying it all day, okay? But people I don't buy into the fact that who is president matters, okay? I don't care, right? I don't care. I don't care when someone was born. I don't care when I was born. If I cared when I was born, I'd be a great starter and not a good finisher. I am a fabulous finisher, okay? And that's not an affirmation. That's just watch my behavior. You get it? This is where we get to play. How do you acknowledge me before men? Okay, first, okay, feel free to just acknowledge. You know who's in charge of your shit? You, right?
Yeah.
Victoria does this all the time. People call up and they say, "Oh, you wouldn't believe how terrible," and this and that. And say, "Well, you ever notice something? What's in common with all those things?" Right? It's not that person, this person, and this person. What's common with all those things are you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's it. Because if you don't, Angus wants to watch me wiggle my ears.
He wants to watch you wiggle your ears.
Yes. Okay. The cheeks are moving too.
Did you see it, Angus?
Yeah, this is episode 99, and you'll have to put in the show notes, wiggled ears. Right? Cool. So, Bob says, is it internal language conversation that affects the imagination? It's interesting. Neville talks about changing your inner conversations. If you really dive into the bulk of his work, what you're going to find is change the state and the conversations change. Okay? Yeah, of course your inner conversations are going to change, but for them to change honestly and deeply from this depth, okay, your state has to change. And for your state to change, you get to acknowledge, what you are.
Yeah. I like that last paragraph. I must admit I used to fall prey to that with some people. And that was the bit about, if you believe it, don't be ashamed to acknowledge it openly before men, before other people, like in front of other people, just saying it. And normally I'm fine when I guess probably when it's people that I'm close to that already know how I am and what I believe and stuff like that. But it might be someone like, for example, my ex-boss. If something came up and I'd say something like that, and he like,
what are you talking about? It's obviously not my fault.
And it's something like, oh, it's not shame. It's like, I don't know. I think it's fear of being judged or something.
Sure.
And so, yeah.
And the only place you can be judged is where?
Yeah, yourself.
Yeah. In consciousness.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
The only place that you can create, and the only place that you can feel confident from, and the only place you can be curious from, and the only place that you can judge the shit out of yourself from, is consciousness.
And you've just said that key word, which we've said before, is the key phrase of everything that Neville is confidence. It's measured by your confidence in you.
Yeah, your faith in God is measured by your confidence in yourself.
Which is all to do with that.
Totally.
Yeah.
Remember, Neville said right at the beginning, he could skip writing all the books and stuff.
Yeah.
It all comes down to your faith in God is measured by your confidence in yourself, not your confidence in the piece of paper on the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Not your confidence in 17 seconds times 4. Not your confidence in, I was raised with all this crazy crap.
Yeah.
That literally, seriously, when you start abandoning all the crazy crap, and you just go, you know what? Here's the deal, guys. How I feel determines what's going to happen, what's happening, what I'm feeling right now in my life. If I'm feeling loving husband, feeling loving trainer, I'm feeling loving puppy dad, the magic, right? But on the other hand, if I go, it's Obama's fault because he signed the deal with Monsanto and I ate rye bread when I was 12 years old, right?
Yeah.
And this is why I don't have hair.
Yeah,
Okay? No,
yeah.
I shaved it, right?
Yeah.
Seriously, I'm in the bathtub one night and I imagine, what would this be like? And I come out and say, hey, babe, look at this.
I know. You took a photo of yourself in the bathtub first.
Yeah, I took a photo and shared it on Facebook first. It's like, time to go tell Victoria.
Like, oh my God! Because he used to have hair.
You get the fun?
Yeah.
Right? That's the fun.
Yeah.
So, will you accept the fact that your own wonderful imagination is he whom the world calls God? Okay, will you? Okay, check it out. Right? Because it's not God willing, I'd be happy today. Talk about like you have nothing better to do than be the victim of God. Right?
Yeah.
Get it? Yeah, God willing, I'll be happy today. If I don't touch myself and I'm a 12-year-old boy, then maybe I won't go to hell. It's like, for God's sake, right? All those weird things.
Yeah.
Be done with all that. Anyway,
Yeah.
You must be willing to acknowledge me before men and not be ashamed of me. Don't be ashamed that, guess what? You've created your conditions. And you're creating your condition now. And you're creating your condition now. And you're creating your condition now. Don't be ashamed of that. Okay?
Actually, all those little phrases that you just mentioned, like God willing or all of that, well,
When taken
when
in
we
the proper
take it
context.
in that, that it's us,
Yeah,
that
if
it's
I'm
our
willing.
imagination, God willing, will it allow me to step into the state, keep the state, remain faithful?
So
I get that.
Here's a hint for tomorrow's show. Ready?
Yeah.
When I was willing to be a BMW owner, that BMW showed up in the driveway within 3 days.
Yeah,
Okay? Exactly the car, exactly the terms.
right, yeah,
Right? Boom. Done. Right? I even got my new tires.
yeah.
When the guy said, "You don't get new tires," I said,
Yeah.
"You aren't God, pal."
Yeah.
Yeah, I've decided new tires, right?
Yeah.
Hey, because the car needs them. Get it? This is how much fun you can have. We're going to share something with a twist on that tomorrow. So good fun.
Cool.
That's it. We love you guys.
Yeah.
So go forth and acknowledge what the number one, what the only one. There's only one cause. It's consciousness, and Echoville always plays catch up. So that's it. Alan says. Alan says. Really?
Yeah, I know,
Dude,
that's a cool name.
I know who you are.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Rock on 20. That's
Nice,
what
Alan.
he says.
Cool.
And
I'll tell you about Alan later.
Axe
Alan,
just joined.
let me acknowledge something, Alan. You have blessed my life in ways that totally rock. Okay, seriously, and you probably know that, but I've got to acknowledge you here right now. So thanks, man. Cool. Assuming it's the same Alan says. If not,
yeah,
Alan,
if not,
you have blessed
you
my
may
life
as well absorb it.
right? But by the way, have you noticed the blessing just showed up? The acknowledgement of the blessing, you get it? Even if that's the wrong Alan says, I'm assuming it's the right Alan says. It doesn't matter, right? But the blessing shows up in
Yeah.
consciousness and just ripples through.
Yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful day, guys. Blessings, Alan.
Thank
Catch
you,
you
my
later, guys. I'll post up the link to what lecture this was
Jimmy
from in just a
asked,
moment.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
we're going to the dog park.
And we'll so tomorrow
tomorrow
1
will be 1 hour
earlier,
earlier.
because I've got to go out.
Yes.
So
Out.
and it's our 100 show.
Yep. So tune in
it'd be
tomorrow for
lovely if you
episode
joined.
100. We'll be 1 hour earlier.
And if you
Alan,
don't,
have a
watch the
wonderful day.
replay.
Yasmin, Bob, X,
Yeah.
imagining lovingly for you, buddy. See y'all.
Yeah.
Freeneville.com.